Hello again, Everstrong family. I really quickly wanted to jump on here and make a second video about chapter 5 of 1 Corinthians. Firstly, I know that it's a very uncomfortable chapter, and the reason being is because it means we can no longer be people without action or without response. We are literally being called by Paul to be people of action, people who see sin in front of them and tackle sin head on. In the world, with the gospel message, we are meant to go out into the world and preach the gospel to all nations, to all people. We need to be vocal. We can no longer sit in quiet and hide in the shadows. We are meant to be out in the world preaching the good news. However, when we are within the church, when we are amongst our Christ-believing brothers and sisters, we are meant to call them out on their sinful nature. Why? In hopes that they may turn away from that and that they may no longer corrupt their lives and their walk with Jesus. Ultimately, that's what this message is about. The reason why he recommended, in fact, the man who he's talking about in chapter 5 to be excommunicated is because he wants him to see there are consequences for your actions, so that that man may turn away from his sin before he dies and ultimately suffers in hell for his unchanged and unrepentant heart. That is what we are called to do. As in the New Testament it's stated, if you know what is right and you choose not to do it, you in fact are committing sin. By being negligent, by being aloof, you're committing sin. I know this is difficult for us to hear, especially in a nation such as America, where the number one fear of people is not death, but public speaking. Speaking out on behalf of somebody else, especially when you're confronting them of their actions. I cannot tell you how difficult that is. And believe me, this is coming from a guy who is able to openly speak on this platform where I don't have to see any of your faces. You put me in a public square preaching the good news or trying to confront somebody of their sins, I'm going to seize up like an engine that hasn't had an oil change in 15 years. It will not look good. But that's the thing. The more we put into practice our voice, going to God in prayer, most importantly, reading the word and learning from others. But after that, going out and putting our voice into action, speaking out on the name of Jesus, we're going to become more comfortable. A lot like stretching yourself when you're exercising. The more you stretch, the more loose you're going to become, the more limber you are, and the more fit you will be. So just keep that in mind. The message from chapter 5 is not a message of discouragement. It is a message of encouragement. Be of good cheer and be of courage, that the Lord is with you. And that when you go to somebody with a heart of compassion, mercy, and love, genuine love, and you confront them of their sins, at the end of the day, you confront them, you turn them towards the Bible and towards Jesus, and it is their decision whether or not they are going to change. But you did your part. So be of good cheer and be encouraged by chapter 5 of 1 Corinthians. God bless you.